Hello and welcome to another episode of The Pursuit of Myself. This is a very specific episode today. I've done this episode specifically for the women that are already inside my MiSELF Academy, for the women that I'm talking to in the DMs about the Academy, and for the ones that have lots and lots of questions. I really love that you are here and listening and learning. And I want to invite you and I want to say, is it time for you to actually expand, to use all this knowledge and inspiration to start creating this life that you say you want? Because there comes a point where your discomfort is no longer confusion. There's no longer bad timing. There's no longer, I just need to think about this a little bit more. Because at some point, it becomes evident that when we consume, and nothing's happening, the evidence then says that you've outgrown the version of yourself that has gotten you to exactly where you are. Now, that's what I want to talk about today, because the MiSELF Academy is open, and what I'm seeing already in this beautiful but brutal truth is that the women who are ready for more, they're not always the loudest. They're not always the most confident that you're seeing out there all over social media, sprouting all the things that they're doing. They're not always the ones who look the most ready or the ones that have hit rock bottom. They're the women who know that deep down, simply, that it's time, that they can no longer stay where they are. And this isn't because life is bad for them. This isn't because life isn't good. This isn't because their business isn't good. This is because they have this incredible intuition knowing underneath everything that they've outgrown the life that they've currently lived, and something is knocking them on the door, tapping them on the shoulder, kicking them in the guts, whatever you want to say, that it's time for more. So firstly, I do want to celebrate the launch of the MiSELF Academy. So this is something that I've been working on for a good 6 months now. And it means so much to me, because what this room is actually open for is for women ready to expand. Now, ready to grow. I know all these generic words that these business coaches and mindset coaches and all that kind of use all the time. But the way that we do things differently, which is where I'm so proud of inside the MiSELF Academy, is that we really work on who you need to be to have what you want. Because expansion and growth is not just strategy. Expansion and growth is, who do I need to be able to get out of bed earlier in the morning? Who do I need to be showing up on selling on social media? Who do I need to be launching that program? Who do I need to be if I'm running 2 businesses? We get so caught up in this. Who do I need to be if I need to hold money and hold $50,000 and hold all this stuff? But yes, it's about money is part of it. Strategy is part of it. But if you don't know the reasons why you are not getting out of bed, the reasons why you don't work a couple of extra hours, the reasons why you're not launching your program, then you are going to continue to stay stuck. I could give you 50,000 strategies, but none of them will stick if we can't upgrade the version of you that actually knows why she wants what she wants and how she's going to get it. So this isn't just me launching something new. This is me opening a room for the woman who is ready to stop circling her next level and actually step into it. This is for the woman who, if I could speak, I would be talking to myself a decade ago. This is taking all my businesses, all the identity upgrades, all the breakthroughs and the breakdowns and the crashes and the dysregulation and the life blow-ups. MiSELF framework is something that I've developed over the years. And this is learning the framework so that you can navigate your life into the direction that you're actually wanting to go. Because there's 2 ways that we navigate. We navigate in circles. We stay the same. We navigate on an upward trajectory, but mostly that upward trajectory is coming from a breakdown. The upward trajectory is coming from a hard, uncomfortable decision, whether that's investing in yourself, whether that's changing your business, whether that's selling something. Usually the upward trajectory only comes from something when we are knocked off our perch. So when I say I'm not launching something new, I am launching something new, but this is the whole caliber of everything. This is like the energetics. This is the identity work. This isn't just mindset and fluff and go meditate and journal and, write how much money you want to make. This is who do you need to be to have what you want? Why do you not have it already? And how we work through a framework to actually figure out your soul's design to create the wealth, the money, the life, the relationship that you deeply desire. And this is where we have to actually go deep, because the women in my world are ready to be honest. They are super ambitious. They are having an invitation to be willing to be seen. We are actually taking baby steps with some of the ladies in there at the moment. But the willingness also is to confront their own patterns. Because the fact is that these are not surface level women. They are opening themselves up to go deeper with themselves so that they can get deeper into their life. And the caliber of women that are coming into this space are incredible. And I am not just saying that. I have been working with some of them for a good year, and some have come from one-on-one coaching into the program. And others I've been working in group coaching for the last couple of months. And I can put my hand on my heart and tell you that this is not because everyone's got it all together, but it's because these women are willing to tell the truth. They're willing to look at where they're shrinking, where they're hiding, where they're hesitating, and where they still stand up and hand over their power in situations that don't feel comfortable to them. So, look, maybe you've outgrown your current income. Maybe you've outgrown the level of support that you've been settling for a while. Maybe you've outgrown the identity that still wants to wait to actually feel ready. Because what is actually happening when we know and we subscribe to all these maybes in our life? We are circling the same scenario to create the same results. And until we can attach to what life could look like on the other side of your maybe, then we're always going to face that uncomfortable feeling and circle back again. And I know that women, they deserve to be in bigger rooms, having bigger conversations, holding higher standards with higher, stronger women, because this is what elevates and inspires us to actually go out and seek more. There is nothing more inspiring than getting on a group coaching call or getting in the room with someone and going, wow, she has done that. That's what I want. Wow, she stepped up and actually made that happen. That is what I'm going to do. And this is actually at the core of everything. When women get in proximity to bigger rooms and immediately doubt themselves and shrink, this is the opportunity for you to go, why? Because the contraction is not actually the problem. It's that your loyalty is lying with the contraction that's keeping you stuck. We are loyal to our nervous system. We are loyal to what blocks us. We are loyal to our stuckness. We are loyal to our limiting beliefs because everything else feels scary. And it doesn't actually mean when that happens that the room is wrong. It doesn't actually give us permission. Well, a lot of us will do it, is compare and hesitate and overthink and pull back. But the room will actually show you where you still shrink. And that is the point of getting in a room with women that inspire and expand you. Now, the MiSELF Academy, it is for the woman who knows she doesn't need another insight. She actually needs a room that matches and inspires the future or where she is going. So this isn't for a woman who wants more information. This is for a woman who's ready for leadership, for standards, for visibility, for support, for growth, for accountability. And if you are ready to hold more, if you're ready to go all in on yourself and actually create more and step in, then this is the room for women stepping up into more of their business and more of their life so that they can actually have that. What I really know to be true is that becoming the woman who can actually hold what she says she wants is not just about consuming. This is about being challenged when we start shrinking. This is about allowing ourselves to be supported so that we can choose and lead differently. This is about building the emotional capacity and standards to hold boundaries so that you can hold your next level. So if you've been listening to this and feeling the pull, maybe that this is your sign. If you know that you have outgrown where you are, if you know you want more income, more support, more depth, more leadership, more of yourself to just shine in the world. If you're done circling that room and calling it, I'll keep thinking about it, or when it's not scary, or when I have the right time. If you're done with that, then the MiSELF Academy was actually built for this new version of you that I am calling you up and into now. If there's one thing that I do really well, it's hold a vision of everyone that I work with, that higher vision, because we all get wobbly in our identity. And when we get wobbly, when you have someone there holding you and holding your identity, seeing what you can't see 100% of the time, then this is what real support looks like. This is where we don't get to collapse. And the MiSELF Academy was built for that version of you. The version who's ready to step up, who's ready to be in the room, who's ready to stop shrinking every time life asks her to move and to expand. So if that is you, click the link in the show notes and come into the Academy. I really want to sit and invite you in, not later, not when you feel more ready, but now. Because the truth is that the woman you are becoming, she doesn't keep standing outside the room that she knows she needs to be in. She makes decisions fast, she makes them from intuition, and she moves quickly. If anyone wants to jump on a call and have a chat about this, then please DM me on Instagram, ask me any questions. I am always available to chat. If not, click the link and apply. Doors are open. The Academy is application only, and it is ready for you and that next level of income and life that I know that you are ready to step into and that you deeply desire.